Welcome back everyone here to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to start the first ever Let's Play that I'm doing. We're going to start here with Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. Not really too familiar with this game, but it did pop up on my radar and it's getting really good reviews. So let's start out the series by diving into this game. Now whenever there's a cinematic or any kind of story bit, I'm going to try to go ahead and not talk over it. I don't want anyone to miss out on any of the story, so I'm going to be quiet here.
Hello. Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. Safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Now her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. Dead. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? They're watching. Why isn't she coming? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already in fear. You can't.
Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking? He's in hell high.
Look, up ahead.
Hell high.
You see it too?
You promised you could.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call hell.
Go back. It's not safe. Go back. It's not safe.
It's them. They're here.
Can you see them?
Look around and you will see them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here. This is not a place of rest.
Go back. They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you. They're watching. Stop. Can you feel them watching? They're watching her. They're watching her. You're so close to the darkness. Go back. Can you feel it?
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it. Turn away. It's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power. You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper. What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no going back. Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Well, it looks like that finally concludes the opening segment here. That was quite the interesting beginning to the game. Finally have control over the character. And I must say that I am playing this with headphones on, and the sound is fantastic. I'm playing this on a PC here. Now, I don't have the most powerful computer in the world, but I must say the graphics are pretty nice looking. The foliage looks good. So, let's move on past the prologue and see where this takes us. I don't really know a lot about this game, so we're going to just kind of wing this here.
Focus. Look closer. Look.
Do not forget my story, Senua.
She needs to look.
Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the River of Knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
Okay, looks like that is where our journey should be taking us. I don't know if this game's hard, if it's just a story-driven game, if it's a combat game. I do know it's from Ninja Theory, which they've had some really great games out, so I'm assuming we're going to have some combat, since they're known for combat.
Darkness is coming. Yearns for life. Hungers for it. Like a pack of wolves on the hunt. But she's not stopping.
I do believe the last game that Ninja Theory released was Devil May Cry, the remake, which I did like. I know a lot of people didn't, but I did find that to be pretty enjoyable.
The old fool was right. What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost.
There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim. And the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
Well, it looks as though that is a severed head that she's holding. I'm not sure whose it is yet. Maybe a lover from the sound of it. But it looks like her journey is to go to Helheim, maybe to bring him back to life in theory, or something along that. But it looks like our journey goes towards that. And I'm going to cut it off here for episode 1. I apologize that most of it unfortunately was taken up by that prologue, but that was a 7-minute introduction just to get to the actual island. So I will cut it here and we will begin from this area. I'll catch you on episode 2.